Okay, hello everyone. So this is about inserting, I'm going to explain you about inserting the arithmetic means between the two extreme numbers given in the question. So first of all, you have to identify the -2 and 16 are nothing but the extremes or the number of terms in between the means. And here it is about arithmetic means. So you have to insert 5 arithmetic means between these two extreme terms, -2 and 16. So for this, we always assume the symbols M1, M2, M3, M4, M5 accordingly to insert the arithmetic means between -2 and 16. So since we have to insert 5 arithmetic means, we can write M1, M2, M3, M4 up to M5. If it was the case like asking the 3 arithmetic means, then we have to write M1, M2, M3. If there was asking about only 2 arithmetic means, then we have to write M1 and M2 only. So it's long question. It is of more credit and asking to insert 5 arithmetic means between the two extreme terms. We can consider this -2 as the first term of this arithmetic progression and 16 as the last term or the nth term. Because after 16, there is no term. Since it is at last, we can consider this is the last term, and last term is also known as general term or the nth term. That's why we can generalize the formula of arithmetic progression Tn equals to a plus n minus 1 into t, where each terms are separated by the common difference. Common difference is also sometimes known as constant difference. It is just the difference between m1 and m2, that is m2 minus m1, m3 minus m2, m4 minus m3, m5 minus m4, and 16 minus m5, which gives the same result in numerical term or numerical value. So Tn equals to a plus n minus 1 into d is the general formula for finding the nth term. But I have already said you that the nth term means also last term, L. That's why we can write L equals to a plus n minus 1 into d. I'm doing nothing but just replacing this Tn by L, since I have said that Tn and the last term L represent the same thing. So after this, you can see the last term is 16. So 16 is written instead of L, and then first term is -2. So -2 in its own place. And n minus 1 means we are counting m1, m2, m3, m4, m5 that we are going to insert as 5 terms. And -2 and 16 are also inclusive, so that total number of terms becomes 7. So n is number of terms. Okay, it should be counting number, also known as natural number. It cannot be fraction, or it cannot be like decimals, because we don't use decimal numbers for counting purpose. So if sometime you are asked to predict whether that particular number of terms is of arithmetic series or geometric series, whatever series, then if n comes in whole number or if n comes in fractions or decimals, then that is not the terms of particular sequence. So n should be always counting number, because we count the number of terms 1, 2, 3 like that as we count other objects. Here, last term is 16 and a is -2 plus, and number of terms is 7, so 7 minus 1 into d. And now we have to find the common difference, that is we are getting 16 minus 2 plus 7 minus 1 is 6d. After that, 18 equals to 60, or by cross multiplication rule of a proportion, d equals to 18 by 6, that is 3. So now, once you find it d, they are all separated by the constant difference. We can definitely add +3 to -2 to get this m1 value, and again add 3 to m1 to get m2 value, and add 3 on m2 to get m3 value. That can be also another alternative idea. But I'm not going in that way here. I'm just writing m1, and m1 means if you go on counting starting from -2, then you will get 1 and 2, that is m1 is second term. So second term equals to a plus 2 minus 1 into d, and a is written as it is, and 2 minus 1 means 1 into d means d. So a means -2, and d we have already found 3. So -2 plus 3 is 1, because the bigger number 3 has plus sign in front. So after that, m2 equals to t3, and t3 means you can see here 1, 2, 3. So yeah, t3 became m2. Okay, when we go on counting, because I have already said counting numbers means the number of terms, -2 as 1, m2 as m1 as second term, m2 as third term. So I'm writing t3. t3 means just a plus 2d. So the subscript of this M2 is coming here in front of D as coefficient. This is very important to be notified. So remember that. I want to annotate you and show you one thing. So here you can see M has 2, and whatever here comes always at the coefficient of D. So this is to be noted, everyone. So M2 equals to T3A plus 2D, that is minus 2 plus 2 into 3, that is 4. And after that, M3 is T4. T4 means A plus 3D, and A means, you can see minus 2, and D means 3 into 3, 9, because we are substituting the value of D3 here, this one. And here 3 into 3 means definitely 9. So 9 minus 2 plus 9 is 7. And M4 equals to T5, A plus 4D, minus 2 plus 12, because 4 3 is 12. So it's 10. And finally, M5 is T6, A plus 5D. So minus 2 plus 5, 3 is 15, so 13. And to check, without looking at the answer key of the book, you can use your own logic that all the terms like M1, M2, M3, M4, M5, they are separated by the gap of 3 known as common difference. Okay, so in this way, we can put our own logic to say that the answer is correct finally. And these are the answers. Hope that you understood well from this.